but we won't discuss that. Maybe we will. Everybody, welcome to the Marquis Jelks Show. Tonight, we're calling it Marquis and the Jackies. Normally, I'm on Instagram, but tonight I wanted to talk to both Jackies at the same time. So we're on Facebook. So, of course, I need everybody to share. All of the Jackie fans, all of the Angela fans, all of Marquis and his cousins. I need you to get on Facebook and share this so everybody can watch. And also, I like it lit. So y'all please type in the comments. Don't say anything rude because I do clap back. I'm not going to turn the other cheek tonight. I'm just going to address you with what you said, and we're going to keep it going. So let's have a good time tonight. Type positive things in the comments. All right, as you guys are coming in, let me share it on my Facebook pages as well. So get y'all a chance to come in. We can share it all over Facebook.
Shoot, I want to share on Facebook too. Oh, I can do it on my phone, right?
Can you go on your own? Just go to your own. Okay, because they're asking me, people are texting me, asking me how to get on. So
tell them to get on your Facebook. I'm sharing it on your page, and I'm sharing it on my pages on my Facebook.
I'm praying that the Lord will really help me to learn how to share stuff like that on Facebook.
Lord, help our Jackie learn how to share stuff on Facebook.
Please pray for me.
Jesus' name, it's already done.
In the name of Jesus, I needed to know.
It just got done that quick.
I get so nervous because when we get ready to Zoom and on stuff like that. Now, I'm good now with this because all I gotta do is just, if you send me the link, I can just put it in there. So I'm good with that.
Now, I'm not going to say how old you are, but I'm going to say,
better not.
For your young age, you are very tech savvy.
I'm better than Twinkie. Let's say it like that. I'm better than Twinkie.
You're really good. There's even with your page, people sometimes they know that we run you all to help your all the sisters pages. A lot of times they're like, "Was that you that commented to me?" I'll be like, "No, that was on Jackie. She knows how to use her Instagram page. That wasn't me." All right, everybody, make sure that you're lit in the comments. Make sure that you're sharing. We're going to get right to it. All right. All right. So tonight, we're going to start with our fire starters. Our fire starters are just icebreakers. It's just random conversation. I'll name the topic, and you both just sound off on it and give your opinion. The first fire starter tonight for both of the Jackies, Angela and Aunt Jackie, is Chick-fil-A overrated?
Is what?
Chick-fil-A overrated?
Yes.
I think so.
Finally, nobody ever agrees with me. You're like, no, Chick-fil-A is the bomb. It's decent. The lemonade is good, but I think
you know what? The thing, I like Chick-fil-A, but I mean, the only thing that I'm in love with Chick-fil-A is the lemonade because they have diet lemonade, so I love it. And it is really good. So, I don't. It's not any better than anything else except it ain't open on Sunday.
Right. It's just a decent chicken sandwich. That's it. All right. Next fire starter. Do you prefer to hand wash your dishes or use your dishwasher machine if you have a dishwasher?
I don't have a choice, and I never have. I've always been the dishwasher. So, by default.
Okay. So yeah.
But you know what? Since it's just me, I just watch. I rank them off.
See me? I just started using my dishwasher 3 months ago, and I'm addicted to it now.
Was your dishwasher?
Yes, I just started using it 3 months ago.
Oh, really? Okay, So what do you find that's so fascinating with the dishwasher? That you ain't got to put your hands in the water. You still got to wash the table off. Still got to clean the stove. You still got to put the dishes away. So
let me tell you, that's a good question, Jackie.
Okay.
I'm fascinated with my dishwasher because when I'm using glasses, it makes the glasses so pure and clear. Wow. Crystal clear. Better than when I do this. When it's in the dishwasher, I come out, I'm like, it's like literally like bing. So that's why I like the dishwasher.
Now, see, this is my thing. What I don't get about dishwashers is people almost wash the whole dish before they put it in the dishwasher.
Exactly. That's why I never wanted to use the dishwasher.
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point.
Yeah.
Before you can put it in, you don't want to put all that food in the dishwasher.
Absolutely. I agree. All right. Last fire starter. When you're at the store, okay, And first of all, Angela, do you cook?
I do.
Okay, got you. Good.
She didn't cook for me yet, but next time she come home, she's gonna come over here and cook. Now that
No,
she's
I'm getting some of your cooking.
Hey, everybody,
no, we're gonna fix that.
Absolutely. So when you guys are at the store, when you ladies are at the store, let's say you're at Walmart or Kroger, whatever y'all got, whatever cities you live in, Publix, and you're in line and you have a whole cart full of food, and the person behind you only has 2 items. Are you nice and let them go?
Yes.
Or are you like, no, you wait your turn. I'm great.
Well, you know what? Sometimes it depends on what mood I'm in. I might be in the wait your turn mood, but most of the time, I feel bad. I'm not gonna make somebody with a
right
and some crackers wait when I got
get upset when I only have 2 items and they don't let me go.
Wow.
Like,
you probably be being all mean to them. Do you?
Because I don't like to do self-checkout.
Why?
But sometimes self-checkout is busy too. But if they just got 2 items or 1 item, I'll let them go.
It's too much work.
Only if you're being nasty.
Too much work.
Okay. So if they're being rude or nasty, or if they ran in front of me, and then they say, "I'm sorry, we're closed," I ain't gonna let them back in.
And there we have it. So that ends our fire starters. Now the ice is broken. We can have good, organic conversation. Everybody that's joining, nieces, nephews, cousins, fans, supporters, everybody, please keep the comments lit. Keep them appropriate. If they're inappropriate, you'll probably get addressed from me. You know, Angela looked like she could kind of snap on you too. And y'all know Angela is too herself. So y'all be careful with your comments. And make sure that you share this.
Thank you.
All right, now let's get started. Let's talk about this movie. Angela, I'm gonna start with you.
Yeah, start with her.
How did you hear about the auditions? Because first of all, it's so many people that were like, if I would have known they was doing Clark Sister auditions, I would have won the audition. How did you hear about the auditions?
Well, you know, I'm in the industry in terms of like, you know, general, you know, when auditions happen. So a combination of you just kind of get the word as it comes down the pipe. Mm-hmm. But also I had a friend who was working on the project or the potential of the project at the network. So he let me know. And once he did, then I made sure I alerted my reps, and then it just went like normal. I got to submit, was able to submit for the role they wanted to see me for, and that's how we started.
So were you nervous?
Probably not.
No.
Come on, confidence.
But I will say part of it is because, and I'm glad I'm able to say this with Auntie Jacky sitting here. I felt, as soon as I found out this was happening, I felt such a this has to be done right. And I know that I know this because I'm from
right.
I have sisters we sang all their stuff. I grew up at Greater Grace right up the street. I used to go hear them all the time. So I was like, nah, I gotta be in this. Because I know it's gonna be done right if I got something to do with it.
Definitely.
So I think I let that lead my energy and my controlling my nerves and stuff. Yeah.
So you had the courage. You like, oh, this me, I'm going. And
we'll just do it.
I love that. I love that. Okay. Everybody has seen this movie. I probably have watched the movie about at least 7 times because I love true stories. So Ike and Tina, Jackson 5, American Dream, Selena, that's just me. I watch documentaries, biopics, everything consistently. I love that. And then of course I'm a Clark Sister fanatic. I'm the Clark Sister #1 fan. So of course I knew the whole timeline. She knows. So okay, Aunt Jacky, you've seen this movie. It's your life. And how could we cover everything that has happened in your life and your sister's life and your mother's life within 2 hours? Okay. What part of your life didn't make the movie that you wish would have made the movie? What is there something that you went through with you personally, your sisters or your mother, something about you that you wish would have been in the movie? Or if there was to be a sequel that you think they need to put in there? Or if you decide to write a book that's going to be in the book. All right, go ahead. What is it? What is it that you wish would have been covered?
Okay, so you're asking me what what part that I think there should have been in there that wasn't in there?
Yes, that maybe you didn't even give it to them. Maybe you didn't even tell them.
I'm glad. No, I know now. My husband, Glenn Chisholm, was very instrumental in the Clark sisters' life. And there is very little mention of him other than when I got married to him. Other than that, that was the only mention of him. But my husband is the one who did all the album covers, who did all the photography, who did all of the PR work for us. My husband did it. Even up in all of my stuff, all of my mother's stuff, all of Dorinda's, just about all of Dorinda's stuff for our conference, my husband and my son did. And I felt that was an injustice to him because they mentioned everybody else, but my husband played a real intricate part in our life, in the Clark sisters' life. He made a lot of suggestions to us and things that we were, doing that he was very instrumental in. I felt like that it just didn't do him justice. If I had a choice, I would have had them to introduce my husband and share more with him. Also, my brother was not really in the movie. And my brother was kind of hurt about it. We talked about it. But we do have a brother who is our oldest brother. He older than me. So how could you leave him out? Okay.
Okay. Then tell us this. For someone who doesn't know your brother, maybe they didn't even know that you guys had a brother. Tell us what are his characteristics? Did he go sing with you all? Did he play an instrument? Tell us a little bit about Leo.
Well, my mother really wanted him to sing with us. Okay. But my brother said, it's too many girls, and mama, you be trying to tell everybody what to do. No. So my brother, at that point, he just said no. Now, my brother he's very sarcastic. Okay. We go at it. We be going at it. So, but we love our brother. He's cool people to be around. I remember when we went to in San Diego. He lives in San Diego, and so we were trying to get a chance to see him while we were there because we hadn't seen him in a long time because he has trouble with his vision, and so he cannot drive and he doesn't travel anymore. And so we was trying to get to see him, and he made such a big fuss, and we kept trying to get together. So we didn't even realize that where we were performing at, he actually literally lived right down the street from where we were performing.
Oh, wow.
So it ended up so great that we had a chance to spend the entire afternoon with him until time for us to perform. So I asked him, I said, you coming to see us perform? I know all y'all songs. I don't need to see y'all sing no more. I know what y'all do.
That sounds about right.
But that's just him. That's how he is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Angela, tell me this. When you got the role and you start reading the script, was there anything about Aunt Jacky that you said, this is me? I'm Jacky.
Oh man.
What was it? How did you identify with her?
She was me. For real. She was me.
Well,
wait. Before you answer, Angela, when I actually saw her on, because I didn't see the movie. I didn't watch the movie like my family did. My husband did too before he passed. I didn't watch it. But when I saw Angela, I said, that girl is me. I thought it was me. That girl was so bad. Now, she got it made and she can do me.
Definitely.
I think even before I read the script and like a closer to what we were going to actually shoot script, and I got to meet Auntie Jacky, just within the first probably hour of our almost 4-hour conversation, there was her cadence, her humor, her boisterousness. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be easy. Like we are so similar in our humor, our sensibilities. And then when I got the script, I just realized, there's every moment that she has, you see a little bit of her. But I think probably the scene where you get to see it the most is the Twinkie letting everybody know what she did, and Jacky is just fit to be tied.
I'm not understanding.
Yes, honey, yes.
I don't understand, Twinkie. What in God's name?
Exactly. See, that's why I got me a nursing job. I said, me ask you this, Angela. Let me give kudos to Aunt Jacky is sweet. I call her. The Bible talks about in Proverbs going to you need wise in their safety in a multitude of counselors. So Aunt Jacky, when I got something that I need counseling with, I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna get advice. I'm gonna call her. But Aunt Jacky will get you together. She does not mind fussing. Has she fussed at you yet?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't tell all our business, Jacky.
Jacky will fuss at you.
I'm like, yes, ma'am. You are right. Yes, ma'am.
So she done fussed at you.
I mean, not like real bad.
I just straightened up a little bit.
Yeah, she was real stern. She said, I need you to understand what I'm saying.
She ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing.
No, she said, girl, we were talking about something. She said, oh, you playing. You playing. I said, okay, you're right. I'm not gonna play no more. I'm gonna do right.
And then you just gotta know that's Aunt Jacky. She'll get you together, and then in the next 5 minutes, she'll be calling, Marquis, what am I supposed to do with this? We'll call Dante. Ask Dante. Well, we know that's Aunt Jacky. Yeah, she just fussed at us, but that's Aunt Jacky.
But see, the good thing about me is you never have to worry about. Cause see, if I'm mad at you, you ain't got to worry about. Ain't nobody gonna talk about you. I'm gonna talk about you. I'm gonna call you up. How about that? Hey,
she gonna say, Angela, you know you was wrong. You know you was wrong for that, and I just gotta tell you.
Yes, you're not doing right. You're not doing right.
She gonna let you know.
Do right. I'm gonna make sure
She's
you do
gonna
right.
let you know. Okay, so Angela, what was the most emotional scene for you? And I'm gonna give this to Aunt Jacky too. For both of you, but I'm gonna start with Angela. What was the most emotional scene for you to watch? And I'm gonna give you mine too. I'm gonna see if y'all say what mine was.
Definitely. Every time I watch this scene, I tear up like it's not me. And it's the scene when she's trying to get in between her dad and mom, and she gets hit, and she basically leaves, and it just tears me up inside because although I've never been in that actual situation, I could only imagine the pain that she felt, the embarrassment, the humiliation.
Absolutely.
And I knew that I had to find that feeling to honestly tell it.
And that was so intense. That was like the first scene.
Even on set when we shot it.
Texting like, did you just see this? This is how the movie started now?
Well, even on set, that was my first day of shooting. That was only my second day of the whole thing. So I didn't get a chance to rev up. I had to, and even once they called it on that scene, you could literally, all the energy was sucked out the room. Everybody was just kind of like, because it was very intense and emotional, and we had to just go there. We didn't have time to not. So.
Absolutely. Jacky, what was the most emotional scene for you?
Probably that scene. And the scene from my mom's funeral. But in that scene that Angela had to play, it was very dramatic for me. She probably took the energy that I had on that day. I actually could see myself in that moment when it happened. She displayed it so great till I teared up when I saw it, because I remember the emotion that she gathered and she captured the emotion of the moment for me. And so it was almost like I'm looking at myself. That's why I'm telling you, she did a superb job of me, making me believe that she was me.
I want to say this to everybody that's watching, because Jacky stated that she didn't watch the movie till she watched with all of us. On every commercial break, I was calling her daughter Angel. Angel was like, my mom crying. My mom is crying. That's how real and emotional. See, that's how real. One of my scenes that probably touched me the most was the scene when Dr. Clark couldn't. She said, "You're separating me. You don't want me to be with my girls." And I was like, "Oh my God." When the Church of God in Christ and the bishop told her that she couldn't, sing with her daughters anymore. Aunt Jacky, let's shift here. You've gone through a lot. In the movie, we've seen that you went through with your stepfather, Clark. You went through with your sister, Denise. You went through with seeing things that your mom had to go through. How did you forgive? You're not a bitter person. You don't carry bitterness in your heart. You forgive. How do you forgive after you've gone through all of it?
I think that if I learned anything from my mother, I think that was the most important thing that I learned from her was how to be forgiving. And she would always say, because I remember my brother one time. The reason why my brother left the Church of God in Christ was because he saw things that he felt was really unfair, how people dealt with my mother in ministry, and he didn't like it. And he was saying, how do they say that they're in ministry and they do these things? And my mom told him, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. And, and she said, and maybe what you need to do is just not be as close in as we are. And then my mom taught me, you got to see and don't see, know and don't know, hear and don't hear. And, I was young, but she taught me what that meant. And that meant, there's some things you're going to see that you cannot disclose and talk about. There's things you're going to hear that you can't share with anybody. There's some things that you're going to know that you're going to have to go to your grave with. And because you don't want to destroy people and destroy their character and destroy who they are. And so I had to learn how to be forgiving, even in the instance of, people that did my mom wrong. Like when my mom went before the board, even though we weren't in that room at that moment, what was really important to me was what she said after she came home. And I talked with her about it, and and she just shared with me. She said, and I think I shared this with Angela. She said, all the people that are in the choir, all the choirs that I have pulled together, all the choirs that God has allowed me to touch these people's lives, you all are going to have me. I'm going to be your mama forever. I'm never going to leave you all. But these people that have come to God and come to know God through working in music ministry, what would I do? How could I hurt them and walk away from them? And it would have meant for her to give up her position if she kept singing with us. So I think it's very what's the right word? I think it was just very, very honorable of her to take a step back and allow us to go forth so that she could keep her position for the cause of the ministry, for cause of church, for her church, for the Church of God in Christ, because she loved it and because she was uncompromising when it came to God. And that's how she taught me to be. You got to learn how to forgive people, because one day you're gonna need somebody to forgive you. And that's right. How I am. My sisters are harder. Now my sisters are harder. They're not as forgiving as I am. It takes them some time. Now, I'm not saying they're not forgiving, but it takes them time. You got to be nice a long time with them, but not with me. Absolutely. I'm just being real with that. And there's no frills and thrills with me. I'm very straight to the point. I think that you would have more respect for me if I tell you the truth. I talk about this a lot. Even that, Marquis. When I came and did the workshop, I tell people all the time, if your breath stank, wouldn't you rather me tell you need to get some gum? I give you some gum. I'm gonna give you some gum.
All right, you tell me to go.
I give you some gum now, Angela. You better not be saying no thank you. If I offer you some gum, you best be trying to take that gum and chew on it here. Okay, now.
There you have it. So, Angela, when you got this script,
Mike!
Look, now I'm going to go take my breath, even though I'm not around anybody.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
I'm checking. Angela, when you got the script, was there anything? Of course, you're from Detroit, so you knew the Clark sisters, you've seen them. But one thing that I see that is different with the legendary artists and the more mature and older artists, they still have a lot of privacy.
Facebook.
Around them. Our newer artists, we get to see their lives, their homes, their reality shows. Clark sisters, Winans, Marvin Sapp, and that's why I'm sure there's still so much we don't know about them because they're private. All we know is their music. So was there anything that after you read the script that you were just shocked about? And if you were, what were you most shocked about? That you didn't know?
Honestly, the Twinkie selling her catalog. I did not know that
shocked all of us. That shocked all of us.
I literally was reading and was like, what? She did what?
That shocked all of us.
And I was like, wait, let me make sure I understand this. Let me and that made me really say, you know, this is one of many things that we need to talk about. That a lot of black artists in the church will give you a ministry and performance and show down, but don't know a lick about the business. And it's so important, almost more important, because you will end up giving away so much money and time and energy and planning and doing stuff for free. And you don't even know that it's necessarily wrong. Like but they do. They know what they're doing is wrong when they approach you. And it was like, okay, I'm glad that even though this is like, whoa, and people are going to be shocked, they need to hear this. If for nothing else,
absolutely,
let me try to take care of my business, because I'm not trying to go here and do all this, and then I don't have what I should have to show for it.
And that's true.
That's right.
And it's very true. And the thing that I want to add to what Angela is saying is, you know, most young people, when they're getting involved in music, they don't even understand. It took, like, even with my daughter, who's a writer and who's written many songs. My thing is, she had to learn early on to go and record her songs to the Library of Commerce so that she can get credit for it. Because people will take your stuff. You write for them. If you don't get, if anytime you write for anybody, even if you're going to do it as a favor, you want to make sure you still give them credit for it. And you want to make sure that you appropriately list your song, appropriately register your song so that you can get credit for it. And if you're giving your royalties or your stuff away, you know, make sure that you make that known, so that somewhere along the way your name is put in that you did help. Even if you're giving it to them, you still want to make sure your name on there. Okay.
That's right.
Because see, I don't think Twinkie at the time, my mom used to handle all the business. So Twinkie didn't really know. And what happened was, this man pulled her to the side, took her to lunch. Okay. That was a real expensive lunch that she had. And she didn't realize that the lunch was really on her. Okay. That's it.
That is funny too.
A whole lot of lunches, all right?
That
is funny to me. So, okay, Angela.
Oh, wait, Marquis, I need a minute. I need a second.
You got it. Okay.
Because Auntie Jacky is relentless. She will tear you up and won't even give you a minute to recuperate. It's not right. It's not right. Okay, Marquis, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's your question?
Take as long as you need.
I'm ready.
Take as long as you need. So, now, you're from Detroit.
Amen.
You know the Clark sisters. Had you ever been around them before the movie, or?
Yes, several times. But as it relates to Miss Jacky, my sisters and I, my dad is on here, so his fingers are probably flying trying to give me the details. But I was a teenager for sure, and my dad brought us to the Mattie Moss Clark Conservatory. And that day, I don't know if we were scheduled to meet with Miss Jacky or what, but she was who we met with, and she was looking at us like, "Are y'all gonna go ahead and sing or what? Go ahead, are y'all ready?" And I mean, it was no nonsense. And I remember another time, my grandmother and Miss Twinkie were friends, and I was very young. I was probably like 9 or something, and my dad actually went to pick them both up from the airport. And I remember, as young as I was being, I didn't know Grandma knew Twinkie Clark, Miss Twinkie Clark. I was so floored.
Wow.
And then another time, me and my sisters were singing at the old Greater Emmanuel, and Miss Karen, Miss Dorinda, and I think Auntie Jacky was there. And I just remember being so nervous because I was like, they're looking right at us. And
wow.
I think we were singing the Clark Sisters song or something, and they were very nice to us and said, "Oh, you guys sound great." And I was just literally like,
wow. Angela, what is something that most people probably don't know about the Clark sisters that have never been around them? They only see them on stage. They only see them when they're doing interviews. They only see them when they're singing. What is something that people don't know?
Well, from my experience with the ladies, they are just extremely warm and welcoming. I never, in all the times that we've all been together, I've never felt like I couldn't say hello or, engage them. They are just everything you hope they are, and I know probably with people, artists of their caliber and their legend and their legacy, you assume things, and I don't know them like their family knows them and their friends, but I can speak for Miss Jacky in that she, just from the moment she met me, I met her, that she was just so willing to share with me and just be regular, and I love that. I think all the time, you don't want to meet people you look up to because you're gonna be disappointed. And
That's
I can say in this case, I've not been disappointed at all. They are awesome, awesome women.
Amazing. Aunt Jacky.
Yeah.
Thing about being a Clark sister.
So what?
What is the hardest?
Shut up, Angela.
What is the hardest thing? No, play it. What is the hardest thing about being a Clark sister?
What is the hardest thing?
Check the battery, Alma. What is the hardest thing? What is the hardest thing about being a Clark sister?
The hardest thing about being a Clark sister is knowing that what my mom used to always tell us: you don't have a choice to be mean to people or mistreat people. You handle them like they're your family. And so, unfortunately, that was something that she taught us early on to make us understand that it's important that you are warm and loving to everybody. And so that, I think that might be, it's not really hard for me because I'm just going to be myself. But I don't care if you don't care, if you don't like it. I don't care. I'm trying to think of something. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so the only other thing that I probably don't like about, I'll give you a really good, okay, it doesn't happen anymore because I used to didn't like being a Clark sister when it was time for, like, my husband was taking me to dinner or something. People would come up to you when you were eating and they'll say stuff like, can I take a picture with you? Well, I'm putting food in my, no, you can't take no pictures of me. I'm eating with my husband. I'm trying to put a fork in my mouth. So I think that that would have been my one of my worst moments is when I was with my husband. I always tried to make him feel like his time with me publicly was special, and so that was one of the things that I learned early on. My mom used to always tell us, when you're with your husband, that's your time with your husband. Because of who you are, you make sure that you give him that point. So I didn't like when people would come to me, but I would kindly tell them, this is my husband's time, please. Let us have a moment here. This is his time that I'm spending with him. So that's how I dealt with it. I was still really nice though, even though you know how.
Sure. Okay. Sure. Okay. Sure. So you both sing and act. Right. Sure. Okay. You both sing and you both act. I don't know if people know it, but Aunt Jacky has been in a few plays as well. Which one do you prefer? Angela, do you prefer singing over acting or acting over singing? And same to you, Aunt Jacky, even though you've been singing your entire life, would you rather act for the rest of your life? Because you're young. You have at least 50 good years left in you, Aunt Jacky. So would you want to spend the rest of those 50 years acting, or what do you want to do?
I would say, I enjoy doing it both, so it's okay. I'm praying that I get an opportunity to do a movie, so I'm excited about doing something like that. I really would like to do something like that. But acting in the plays was great fun for me. I had some great opportunities. My sisters didn't like to learn lines, and I didn't have a problem with learning lines. But I'm pretty much when you get on the stage and you're singing, you're still doing a form of acting in a sense. Am I right or wrong? I think I Angela can tell you, when you're doing that, you're still giving your all. You're engaging, you're engaging yourself and engaging your craft to your listening audience or your viewing audience. And I think that to me, that's rewarding, whether I'm singing, acting, whatever I'm doing. If I'm telling you, oh, that's it.
So next time you tell me off, I'm gonna be like, "Are you acting or are you being serious?"
Am I weird? Say that again.
I said next time you tell me off, I'm gonna say, "Are you acting or are you being serious?"
And you can answer that question on your own. You already answer to that.
I'm like, "Oh, she was just acting, y'all. She wasn't being serious. That was a show."
Oh God.
Angela,
I'll straighten you out later. Get your number. We act up, Marquis.
be yourself. That's what you said. You're yourself.
That's right.
Be yourself. Angela, do you prefer singing or acting?
I think I feel kind of similarly to Auntie Jacky. Whether you're singing or acting or doing both together, it's all storytelling. Even if you're just standing flat foot singing.
Absolutely.
So I don't know that I'll ever separate them. I think I'll always be doing some level, some version, some hybrid of both. But if I just had to choose, I probably would. I love being a storyteller through song. It's my passion. It's not my only one, but it is probably one that's been with me the longest, and it's where I feel I'm most expressive and free and myself.
Absolutely.
I think too, to those who have not heard Angela is an awesome singer. If you haven't heard her, please go on her YouTube channel, go to YouTube and watch her, and go to her Facebook page. Angela is dynamic at what she does. She didn't sing a lot in the movie. Of course, that would be my part, because they didn't give me no song.
And Miss Jacky, I felt the same way. When we saw the edit and they had cut my little miracle in half, I said, "No."
Did you feel bad?
I could have left that in there.
You know exactly. See, she knew me. Marquis, come up out of the water. Come on.
I said, "Now wait, I ain't had but two pieces of a biscuit of a song. Y'all could have let that whole thing be in there." I was so irritated.
Two. How you say two? 1, 2. Well, you know how I felt. Hallelujah. Everybody say praise God.
Now I know how you felt, Auntie Jacky.
Exactly.
They kept on cutting me and tucking me. And that's
no, wait, Angela. Now they're gonna put out a new record. Want me to sing on all the songs? I said, no.
Oh, now you want to put
Okay. Alrighty. Speaking of new record,
what?
Angela, what is your favorite songs on the new Clark Sister record?
Oh, I love so many of them. Oh gosh. I have to look at the list because I don't remember names of songs. But
Power He Can.
God been so good to me. What's the name of that one?
Tell it.
I got to tell it. Yeah, I like that one. I like of course I'm gonna give you okay. He Can is my jam.
Yeah.
His Love, when Dorinda take that vamp and rock that pocket.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I wait till I crank the volume because she lays on into that. But I love Give It to Him. I love Victory. There's so many. This was such a great.
The entire album.
It's so good.
Album is
amazing.
There's
a lot of good songs on
and
there.
I love it.
What I really appreciated too about my nephew was that he really tried to make sure that we all, took part in the writing. That he didn't just do all of it himself. Twiggy was laying back, being lazy. But she's fire is under her right now. She's writing, but
what is she writing? She working on something
she's writing some stuff for the Clarkettes. Yes, she is. She's
gonna come out with another album.
Yes, she's writing. I'm telling you. So she was being really laid back. I think really, let me just say that again, because she really wanted to give my nephew an opportunity to, show what he could do as well. And then he gave us all an opportunity, and she gave us an opportunity to be able to write and, have a part in every aspect of it. And I commend Jay Drew because he did an awesome job at pulling the record together. And Twinkie letting him do what he does so that he could prove himself. And I think he did an awesome job. I really do.
Absolutely. Angela, what do you have coming? Angela, what do you have coming out? What are you working on? What are we looking forward to seeing in 2020, 2021 with Angela Birchett's name all over it?
Well, I'm in the studio. About 10 years ago, I recorded a cover album, but I'm in the studio now recording an original album. Actually, wow. I'm going to say it so I can hold myself to it, but the single is July 30th, which is my birthday.
Okay.
So it's coming. But right now, I'm also just in the house literally creating content as an actor, as a creative, with things that are like not necessarily singing content, but some, social activism, some, weight issues. I'm working with some great writers and colleagues and actors. So it's a lot of cooking right now. It's simmering. I can't give you the plate.
Absolutely. You're throwing your ingredients in the pot.
Sugar.
Absolutely. Jacky, what you got coming up?
Well, I got my apron. I need you to buy an apron. Did you buy one?
She has a store full of t-shirts and aprons and everything.
Yes. You know what? And this is something that I really didn't see happening, but it's been just a joy. And and I'm not a chef. I'm not. I'm just a person who like to cook, and I cook. I don't have anybody to cook for no more now. So, I have to force myself sometimes to go, okay, come on, we're gonna cook. Come on. But me cooking is a joy for me to do that. Also, I do have a new single that's getting ready to come out as well. And my album should be out probably by the end of August. My album should be out. That's really what we're looking at this point. Trying to work on my single is already finished, so just waiting on them to do it. I want to thank everybody too for supporting me with my single with Mary J. It was just an honor to be able to sing with her and to do have a project with her. She's just one special lady, and I love her to death.
It sounds like you don't need to go back to work.
It sounds like I shouldn't say that on here. Somebody might see it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just, okay.
Pray about going back to work very soon.
Angela, I don't even know why every time she talks about going to work, I'm like, you don't even need to work. What's the point?
But it's what I was talking to my friend today. I was talking to my friend today. A very dear friend of mine passed away, and I went to the wake today, and I was talking to her sister. Her sister's a nurse too, and so she said to me, she said, "Jacky, you still working?" I said, "I work 3 days," and she said, "Are you still going to keep working?" I said, "You know what? I'm not sure really what I want to do just yet," but she said to me, "But it helps the mind." And the thing of it is that the type of nursing that I do is not like everybody else's nursing. I'm a wound nurse, so I enjoy doing just that. I enjoy doing nothing else but wounds. I don't care about anything else other than trying to see those wounds heal. And so dealing with that, if I could just do that when I get ready and when I want to, I'll be all right.
Wait, Auntie Jacky.
You
saying you got to see like blood and guts and stuff?
Oh, everything. I'm gonna show you some pictures when you come back. Oh yes. I mean the real thing. So then the reason why I enjoy doing it is, number one, because it's ministry for me. I enjoy doing it because I have watched God heal some wounds that people said they've had for years, and I've watched God heal those things. So and it's the same way with us in the church as people. You know, when you look at where we are in life, we still have wounds. They may not be wounds that you can openly see, but they're wounds in our heart, wounds that we carry, you know, wounds that we have struggled with trying to let go. Those are things that there's still a type of wound. And me being able to just minister to people and do what do what God really wants me to do. That's really all I want to do. I don't have my husband anymore. So my energy and everything about me at this point is to be able to help somebody. That's it.
Totally. Absolutely.
And
I want to thank you. What you say?
And to be anointed.
Oh, and to be anointed. Don't forget that. I want to thank you both for doing this show tonight.
Thank you, Marquis.
Angela, you did an absolute amazing job playing Aunt Jacky's role, because she is the Clark sister that most people didn't really know about. They didn't know a lot about her life. They didn't know that she was the counselor. They didn't know that she was the protector of the family and the guide. And they know that she was the eldest, but they really didn't know her role.
Right.
But you were able to exemplify her, you know, and to really, you know, show the importance of Aunt Jacky in the role of the family and the Clark sisters, and how important and how she was a pillar to her mother. And you did a stellar job of that.
Oh, thank you.
You did a stellar. So everybody who said, I don't really know Aunt Jacky like that, I don't know her like that movie, now you know who Aunt Jacky is.
That's right. And that was my goal.
Yeah,
you did that. You did an amazing job.
Thank you. Thank you.
So everybody, please, they gave their social media outlets and their stores and their projects. Excuse me. Please follow them.
Please do.
Order. Please support. Please buy. Please everything. Please inbox them and DM them and bug them. No, I'm playing. Just buy their stuff.
Because I ain't looking at it. Okay, all right.
Thank you both.
Wait a minute. So let me say. So thank you, Marquis. You know I love you. That's my nephew. You know he know I love him. And to Angela, you know you are my heart. I love you with all my heart. And I really want everybody to understand. She made me feel like I mattered, and I thank you for that, because not many people can make you feel the way she made me feel when I watched her play me. She made me feel like it was really and truly me. She took the essence of who I was and put it on display for me. Thank you for that. I thank you because you did a superb job. No one could have done it any better. And the thing about it, Marquis, I never knew Angela, and I didn't know who was playing my part, because I was never asked, or I'd never given the opportunity. But I didn't need it because God put the right person in place for that.
Yes.
Please support Angela. Please make sure you support her. Listen, you can cross me out, but make sure you support her, because she brought my part to life. Thank you, Angela. I love you.
And I want to also say this one thing. I have one more thing to say. I think it's so amazing with this movie that everybody's alive and that they're able to have a relationship with the people who played them. Because in a lot of movies, the person is dead, so they don't ever get to meet the person who's playing them. They don't get to see the movie, and they don't get to have a relationship with the person. I think with this movie, it's so amazing that every person that played you all, Aunt Karen, Aunt Dorinda, Aunt Twinkie, you all are able to have a relationship with them. And so I just think that's amazing.
And I want to just say thank you to Lifetime, and thank you to all the people that made it what it was, because Angela and I couldn't have had an opportunity to be able to do what we're doing right now if it wasn't for Lifetime, and for Queen Latifah, Mary, and Missy, for everybody who had a part in it. To Michael Chin, we love you with all our
heart. Love you, brother.
So wait, one more question.
Yeah.
This is the elephant in the room. This is what all my cousins want to know.
What?
If it's 13 million views, how many of them 13 million? Do y'all get $13 million and y'all split up amongst?
I hope I do get $13 million. I ain't got $1 yet, but I sure hope I get 13 million. I don't even have to get 13. If you just give me 10, I'll be real happy. Anytime, any day now, any day, any whole day. Marquis, why you always make me act stupid?
That's my job.
Oh, I'm telling you, every time I leave Auntie Jacky, my abs hurt. Like I'm about to work them out. He takes me down, down, down.
When you come home,
that's it. She's a good time.
When you come home?
I'll be home at the end of the month.
Okay. All right, for your birthday.
Wait, what's the end of the month? Because I'm coming.
It's her birthday.
It's my birthday. I turned 25.
Really?
How old is you gonna be? How old is you gonna be? 25.
You 25?
I'm
26.
Hey, yeah.
You know, I was in Detroit for my birthday last year.
You
August
sure
30th.
was.
I was there.
Nice.
And you ended up cooking dinner because it was for your banquet, your luncheon.
He ate like a pig too. He ate like a pig. He did.
Auntie Jackie.
Y'all, Jacky be telling me my pants be too tight.
You're not supposed to tell him. You're crazy.
And so I'm dieting, and I said, Aunt Jacky, when I lose this weight, my pants are really gonna be tight.
He's not. He ain't lying. But wait, we all on this. Me, him, and Dante are on
And
this challenge, right? Right. The one who been doing the best has been Dante. I don't know
Dante.
Dante was the best.
I sent a video today. You gotta go watch my video. Yes.
Well, you got. I sent my video yesterday. I called Dante. I said, Dante, I don't walk 4 miles. I'm so tired. I don't know what to do. I could hardly wait to get home.
But y'all wait till we get out this quarantine. When y'all, Angela, next time you see Aunt Jacky, myself, and Dante, we're gonna be 3 different people.
Hey,
we're gonna be 3 different people.
Come on, I'm ready.
Angela, you better do what you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
See,
all right, look.
Me on up.
Look. Oh, can you see it? All right, there it is.
And I can't say what I really wanted to ask what that was.
I love you.
I love you. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Love y'all.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.